October 20th, Billy Joe Saunders comes to America to take on Demetrius Andrade. Will we have a new champion, or will Billy Joe prove once again he's better than a lot of people give him credit for?
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You can hate him for not making that fight happen, but this is an unbiased show. We talk boxing. If it is just some missed details, the Double RT Boxing Show, Mr. A is here to help you, because that's what we do. We talk that boxing, spit that fire on the internet, dragging on the net, hashtag dragging on the net. Follow me on at Twitter at RRTB Show. Double RT, the Double RT, the Double RT Boxing Show with Mr.A. It's that Double RT boxing time, that ready talk boxing time. I'm your host, Mr. A. It's that time. Not that jackass time. We're talking boxing. And we are talking a middleweight title defense, the WBO, Billy Joe Saunders, giving the number one contender, Andrade, Demetrius, that crack. Now, Demetrius will be coming in this fight with the attributes in his favor. The taller man at 6'1" to the 5'11", the height of 73.5. I can't find the reach, of Billy Joe's, but I'm pretty sure it's not 73.5. Now, they're both southpaws. And Demetrius is coming here, even though he's been inactive and everything, his record is a nice one. 25-0, 16 KOs. 131 rounds of experience, 64 knockout ratio. He's coming off 2 okay victories, with a decent one knocking out Willie Nelson in 2016. 2017 was a whatever performance against Jack McClay. Looked very underperformance. He looked out of shape. Atlantis Fox was a nice welcome to 160, performance. A lot of people thought he could have finished the show, but didn't put forth the effort. That is what you want to think of it. Like I said, 64 knockout ratio. When's the last time he got a knockout? Was Willie Nelson, 2016. And we change on over to Billy Joe, who's coming off performances against Willie Monroe, David Lemieux, and he himself had a 2016 whatever performance against the Arthur Akavov. Came in out of shape, just like Demetrius Kuklay performance. But the 2017 Billy Joe has faced better competition in Willie Monroe and David Lemieux, and he one-sided victory, just as Demetrius did, but like I said, better competition to one side. Billy Joe's coming in here with a 46 knockout ratio. Definitely dips lower, but he has more rounds of experience at 175. Like I say, southpaw as well, 5'11" in height, 26-0, 12 KO. So the record of these two guys very similar. Their history very similar. Southpaw, even the boxing style is very similar. Now, I heard a lot of people going back and forth on this fight. A lot of people saying Billy Joe is going to edge it out. Reading a lot of comment sections that Demetrius just going to, the hand speed and the reach is going to be too fast for Billy Joe. And right now, what we're going to do on the Double RT Boxing Show, we're going to break it down and we're going to find out my point of view, my prediction. Now, defensively, I think, like I said, there's the 3 check boxes. We're going to go defensively, offensively, and the leg work and the feet work, so waist on down, defensively, offensively. And if we want to start from the feet on up, feet work, leg work, I give it to Billy Joe Saunders, the champion. We've seen it in David Lemieux, we've seen it in Willie Monroe. He could use the ring, punch on the go, go in and out. While recently I've seen Andrade, he's more of a counter puncher, a waist mover, but he stays in that wide stance. He's not really a ring generalship type of guy. He's a counter pull guy, waist movement. Like I said, he depends on that wide step. I haven't really seen him circle the ring his last couple fights, really showing generalship. So I'm going with Saunders on this one. Defensively, this is tough because with the speed, Andre's like the law you in, and he'll counter you. You know, he rolls some punches, but like I mentioned with the leg movement and generalship, I'm gonna lean with Saunders because I think they both have the same ability of they play the gap with the jab. You know, I think they both have good transition from offense to defense, from defense to offense. I don't think any of them leaves a gap to like really hit in between their transition to one another. But I'm gonna lean with the defense for the leg movement, which I gave Billy Joe Saunders the edge. I think he could move around the ring better. Offensively, hand speed, we go with Demetrius. Power, now the knockout ratio shows that Demetrius have more power. And I would think that probably an agreement. I think I will lean towards him on that one. Combination flowing, I think they both throw the same type of punch selection variations. I think they both are on it. We just lean with the speed of Demetrius Andrade. Makes him looks like he has more power. And we're going from that point. How can he get the prize? Become the champion. For Demetrius to become champion, I think he's gonna have to press the action on Billy Joe Saunders. You know, make Billy Joe fight faster. If this fight is slow at a pace that Billy Joe can work with, it favors Billy Joe. He can't allow Billy Joe to control the pace of the fight. He has to press forward, work Billy Joe's body, and keep Billy Joe at the end of his jab. Just end of the jab, and then do his bolo uppercut, body shot, and just check left hook him. I think he has the speed to counter Billy Joe. Now, as how can Billy Joe retain his belt? Which I do think he will. I am picking Billy Joe Saunders to win this fight. And how I think he's going to win the fight is probably not how he's going to win the fight. You know, he's boxing. You think one way and all of a sudden, boom, shit happens. But what I think a good strategy for Billy Joe will be, he has to stay on the outside, far reach, beyond Andrade's reach. Throw dummy punches to draw out a counter from Andrade and counter the counter. And then from there, use his leg movement, make the angles, and get in the mid-range on up. He needs to get mid-range, hit, and smother. You let the ref break him up. Stay on the outside again. Work your way in through angles, hit, and smother. He has to make this an inside fight. And even though he's the shorter man, I think Billy Joe, from what I've seen in their history of fights, I think he has more of a dirtier grit style. I don't think Andrade can be as effective. He has the speed and power, and the punch selection should do it. But I think he mentally gets taken out of a fight. And I think as long as Billy Joe is hitting, clinching and smothering, and staying on the outside of the jab and using the ring, he'll handicap and handcuff Demetrius Andrade offense, where it's not doing as much as we would like to see. And we see Billy Joe kind of doing the cool hand loop, just tapping, staying busy until he lands a harder shot. And I'm going with Billy Joe Saunders and still the WBO middleweight champion right here on the Double RT Boxing Show. I'm your host, Mr. A. You'll find the show on Twitter at RRTB Show, at RRTB Show, hashtag Dragon on the net, because right here, this host, your host, spits that fire, spits that hot shit, aka Mr. Fuego. Thumbs up to you. Bring it on back to the show. Thank you for your support. If you're a new viewer, take the 507 subscriptions up to 1,000. Help the Worldwide Boxing Show, known as the Ready Talk Boxing Show, the Double RT Boxing Show. Take it worldwide. Tell your friend, share it with your friend. Talk to your friend, tell your friend to give it to his grandmother and pass it on down to the family generation tree. Thank you.